brother.
All right, shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
I want to start off, as always, giving all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakudash.
Double honors to our teachers, the Apostle Nails of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, faithful and diligently pushing this truth, with fear and trembling through the spirit of power, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right. Just had a quick lesson through the spirit, dealing with the whore, which is America, and how all these nations are in the process of becoming America's enemy, man. All these nations that they've been so long allied with, all right, are about to turn their back on them, man. You got the main ally, which is United Kingdom, okay, which is Great Britain, all right. It's in this article that I got, it's highly pissed off at America move that they made against Iran, man. They called, they didn't consult with nobody, all right. Trump just basically just said, hey, I'm the king, I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do. Whoever got something to say about it, it is what it is, But that's how you know that the Most High is working with these different men in these different positions to fulfill the will of Esau's destruction, which he has set up Esau for the end and Jacob for the world to come, the new beginning, man. All right. Without further ado, I'm gonna read a little bit of this article and get the main points. And we just gonna get some precepts, to back up. All right, so this is from businessinsider.com. It says the United States' main allies are abandoning Trump over his dangerous escalation with Iran. Okay, now this was published on January 4th. All right. It says the U.S. European allies on Friday warned against further escalation with Iran after President Donald Trump ordered the assassination of Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. The UK said that further conflict is none of our interests. Germany also warned of a dangerous escalation. The U.S. government decided to go ahead with the airstrike late Thursday without informing its European partners, which angered some allies. Quote, the purpose of having allies is that we can surprise our enemies and not each other. U.S. allies on Friday warned against any further escalation of the conflict with Iran following President Trump's decision to authorize the assassination. Go down. It says, the airstrike, which was reportedly launched without consulting U.S. allies, led to warnings from several European nations, all right, which the beast, all right, that America is a part of is what? NATO and the EU, all right, which is the European Union. That's right, all right. And then you have UK, you got, what's some of the other ones? You got Israel.
The 10 horns.
The 10 horns.
Yeah,
you got Germany.
The 10 horns is what is it? I got it on my phone actually. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just pull it up just so we can be on point with it. But the 10 horns is Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Greece, Spain, England and Ireland, and West Germany. Mm-hmm. Those are the 10 horns, and the 7 heads. Only 10 horns, if I'm not mistaken, is the Greeks, the Romans, the UK, the French, Germana Major, Germana Minor, and there's one more. There's one more that's slipping my mind right now. I think the Spaniards. Yeah, the Spaniards. Yeah, the Spaniards. Those are the 7 heads, and the 10 horns that was upon the 7 heads are those is that European Union. And this is what this is going into. This is biblical prophecy that the brothers are bringing out right here, and we're starting to see this thing unfolding. We're seeing the animosity being created between this alliance. It's just like, like any other group. Let's say a rap group that started out, they had an alliance, or they had a record label, and then next thing you know, 15 years on down the line, Dame Dash is over here, Jay-Z over here, State Property over here, Benny Siegel is over there. That alliance or that allegiance that they once had under the Rock Nation or Rockefeller is now broken, and now they're enemies. And this is what's happening on a larger scale. With the beast NATO, which NATO was operated by the elite. That is the elite, the international banking family. That is their alliance that they created to dominate the planet Earth, and it's being broken down.
So just a little bit more. It says, without consulting U.S. allies, led to warnings from several European nations, with only Israel speaking out strongly in favor of Trump's decision, which Israel gonna turn on America too. It said the global reaction to the attack has revealed the U.S. as increasingly isolated on the world stage. It says among the first to react was the United Kingdom, historically the closest ally of the United States.
Oh, matter of fact, let me get a quick precept to add to that. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, showing you that that right there lines up with the Bible, saying that historically the UK has always been the closest ally to America. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 12. It says, "Your mother shall be sore confounded; she that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness and a dry land," all right, and a desert. But going into the aspect of the mother of America is the UK, Great Britain. That's, when you read in the book of Daniel, all right, when it goes into the three horns, and then out of those three horns, there was another little horn that sprang up, and they said he had a mouth that was more stout than his fellows. That's showing you that horn, that little horn, which is America, came out of Great Britain. Was the three horns that were broken were the French, the French, the Spaniards, and the British. Okay, those were the three horns that America broke. But what came out of America, or what came out of Great Britain, was America. Which what came out of Great Britain was Rome. All right, Rome translated from the ancient Roman Empire, pagan Rome, to what? To Holy Rome, to Great Britain. New Rome, to Great Britain, to America. Okay, and that mother that birthed America, it says what? She shall be sore confounded. So just linking that up with what the brother said about the UK has always been a close ally to America. That's because that's like a mother-son relationship, or a mother-daughter. And does not the scriptures tell us in Ezekiel? I think it's Ezekiel 16. It says, "As the mother, so is the daughter."
Yeah, you got that little horn in Daniel.
Yeah,
that goes. Oh, you spoke on that, right?
Yeah, I spoke on that.
I got one more point, and then we can get into the rest of the precept. Right? All right. It says he added that it's been a pattern, sadly, which has been a bit of a shame.
Oh man, let me read it again. You got it, brother. Like I read, it says, "Your mother shall be sore confounded; she that bare you shall be ashamed."
He added that it's been a pattern, sadly, which has been a bit of a shame, that the U.S. administration of late has not shared with us, and that it is a matter of concern. And that's what you're going to get, like with a family who has children. If they do something that embarrasses their family, they're going to want to know, well, why didn't you talk to somebody? Why did you go out and make this poor decision without talking to us? We had no idea that you had this on your plate. That this was bothering you, or it was a situation where you needed some help, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you just took matters into your own hand. Now you're making us look bad,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So you on your own now.
Yeah, man. And that's ultimately what's written of in the scriptures is America just gonna be on their own. You know? And that's why you had what? The Brexit. That right there alone was symptoms and implications that, you know, the British, man, they ain't with the American shenanigans. Because they try to hold themselves and deem themselves as royalty. And they look at America in disgust, like, yo, what's wrong with these people, man? You know, they're doing all this crazy stuff. They proud as hell. They don't have no type of regalness towards them. You know, they're just very lewd and outlandish.
Yeah.
They ashamed that America came up out of them, man.
Yeah.
And that's biblical prophecy. Another thing that goes into, you know, the horse shall not be hated is a couple of years ago when Donald Trump was supposed to appear in the UK, they denied him.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, he was doing a whole bunch of stuff that was against etiquette. Yeah. The etiquette of you know, England. When you go visit the Queen, there's a proper respect. They were basically saying that Trump was disrespecting the Queen and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But Trump is really a joke. None of these countries really take Trump seriously. You know, like brothers going into Great Britain, they don't take Trump seriously. That's why they're starting to build up that hatred toward America, because Trump is a byproduct of America, man. You know, he's the poster boy for America. That's why everyone hates him. You have more in the article?
Just a little bit.
Right.
It says that the U.S. administration of late has not shared with us that this is a matter of concern. I would urge the U.S. administration to share much more closely with allies, particularly those who are fighting alongside in the region, including us. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it. This last part said, it is an important aspect that there are no surprises in their relationship. Mm-hmm. So the thing that is so important is that the surprise that's going to catch America off guard is when all its allies turn its back on them. You know, they not expecting, all right, to be left out there on the battlefield alone, because for so long they basically been that strong point within the EU. Yeah, you know, and everybody was like, well, this is the life of the party.
They're the muscle.
They're the muscle. You know. But now the elites are playing they whore hopping, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's like, shit, we done with this hoe.
But if I may add to what the brother's saying, they whore hopping, not considering that this one particular whore gave them the STD. You know, you, regardless of where you go, you still infected by this bitch. You know, you still infected. She got you. You can go wherever you want to go. She still left her mark on you. Yeah. And that's you Britons, and you know, now you got, if you look at the UK, they've become degenerate. Which they've pretty much always been degenerate, but they've even worsened, you know, since they followed the trends of America. You got UK rappers. They call it drill rappers in UK. You got all kind of different porn stars, orgies, you know, just weird, you know, sadistic, you know, shit going on over there, man. Which that's not something that they were known for. They were always known for drinking English breakfast tea, you know, eating muffins and crumpets and you know, little bagels and English muffins.
Chocolates.
Yeah, chocolates and you know, having tea parties, you know, shaking hands properly. You know, they were known for just, you know, etiquette, like what the brother Gamal was speaking about. But now all of a sudden you look at these British people, these UK people, they degenerate. Yeah. And then the elite of that particular area is like, yo, what happened to our people? Well, you got infected by the STD. Yeah. That's why the scriptures say that Babylon have been the golden cup. To break it out. That's the spirit.
Jeremiah 51:7, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. That made all the earth drunk it. the nations have drunken of her wine,
Uh-huh.
therefore the nations are mad.
What does that wine represent? That wine represents the philosophy or the way of life. All right. And what are some of the philosophies or the way of life, the ways of life that America caused these other nations to drink? Christianity. You know, selfism.
Homosexuality.
That's right. Homosexuality, rap, degenerate trap music, and everything that birthed and came out of this place has been pushed onto the other nations. Democracy. Okay, feminism. Now, this is all the wine that's in that cup. That's why when you read Revelation, the 17th chapter, which I'm pretty sure, the brother got on deck, but it tells you that the 7 heads and the 10 horns, and it says what? Upon the head was written all filthiness and abominations. You know, because America, and then notice that you had the beast with 7 heads, 10 horns, then you had the whore that rideth upon the beast, which is America. And then it says in the whore's hand, she had a golden cup.
Mm-hmm.
And she poured that golden cup in the earth and made the nations drink of that cup. That's what the brother read. And within that cup was filth. It was scum. It was snot, spit, you know, poison, semen, shit, piss, all in that cup, in that golden cup. That's what was in the outside looked good.
Yeah.
You know, you look at America, you're like, oh shit, New York City, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Miami, you know, New Orleans, the beach, LA, you know, the beach, you know, the Rocky Mountains, the Appalachian Mountains, you know, the Gulf of Mexico, the Grand Canyon. This is a beautiful place.
Yeah.
But what's within the interiors of America, the mindset and the reality of it is filth.
Mm-hmm. The infrastructure, the economy, the things that really built it up to that level. It's all on what? Wickedness, man. Yeah, you know? That's why it's known as the scum of the earth.
And I jumped out of line.
Absolutely, brother.
He said we would, Jeremiah 51:9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reach unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you were saying too, but she got the STD. You know, the other nation got it too. The STD can't be healed. You know, so they just got it too, and they mad. They can't get rid of it.
They infected. And that's why it says her judgment reacheth unto the heavens, because pursuant to the book of Revelations, it tells you that her smoke shall go up into the heavens forever as a memorial. Meaning America, the great judgment that's going to come to America is going to be so great that the smoke is going to come from this place forever as a memorial of the judgment of Yahweh Bashim Shai, and not to play with him. He can jack you up to the point to where you will smoke forever. You know, and that's rightfully so. The amount of abominations and the things that the atrocities, you know, the debauchery, you know, just left-hand energy that's being pushed on a daily basis in America is worthy for a judgment as such. You know, that's why we pray and we beg Yahweh Bashim Shai to be pardoned from that. And that's why, you know, these other nations now, you got these other nations, they trying to separate themselves from America because they know that the path this place is going is they going a million miles an hour and down the highway of hell.
Oh, yeah.
That's why now they're trying to pull out, but it's too late.
Dance with the devil.
America about to pull them down right with them.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yep.
The only thing is that America's gonna be on the bottom and they're gonna be on the top, shooting their ass while they on the way down with them. Like,
Yep. They go like, if I'm gonna go out, you going out with me.
Going out with
It's your fault.
It's your fault.
And that's true judgment. That's true judgment. America tricked them. Okay? I got a quick precept before we get into that Revelation. This is Luke chapter 11 and verse 17. I'm going to start at 16. Well, I'll start at 17. It says, but he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And a house divided against a house falleth. So this is supposed to this alliance of NATO was supposed to be collectively one kingdom that was within different various parts of the earth, but we still govern ourselves under one way. This was supposed to be that alliance with NATO. Okay? Hence, this is why we get what? The one world government. Okay? One world order. All of these different nations that came in alliance and allegiance with each other were supposed to operate under this particular one system, which makes it a nation. Okay? Yeah. The nation of Israel is not in just a fixated plot of land. Israel is going to be in a planetarium. You're going to have the kingdom of Israel in a whole nother planet. So it's a system that's going to be pushed that these nations was trying to achieve. That's why I say every nation divided against each other. The beast in NATO, that's a nation. Okay? That's a nation. America is one branch. Great Britain is one branch. All right? In Italy is one branch. Rome. These are all different branches of the beast. They were supposed to come together. That's why they say one nation under God, indivisible, right? Which this nation is divisible as a whole. Divisible as hell.
Even within it, from state to state, within the United States, from state to state, is divided.
Don't have the same laws.
You got one law. You may be breaking the law just a state over. You know what I'm saying? Right there, the neighboring state, you may be in compliance with one law.
Next state, it's illegal.
It's illegal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And one thing, like y'all brothers going into, you have what's called globalization, and that's basically what the elites have done. Is basically they've centralized everything. That's why when they get ready to institute this chip, that's going to be a global form of ID. That's why everything is going global. They want things that can be used everywhere without having means of exchange or whatever. You know what I mean? But that globalization, all right, through America, all right, ultimately it ain't gonna work. You know, they wanna put everything under one umbrella. Oh, on the back of the dollar. That's what I was gonna say. You got that word e pluribus unum, which means out of many one. And so that's that whole them trying to consolidate everything is gonna backfire because they're gonna have their enemies, their allies turn on themselves, man. You know?
Main thing when you go into the scriptures, the reason why ultimately it's not gonna work is because the Lord has always been about separation. Basically, they're doing the same thing that ancient Babylon did under the Nimrod's umbrella. You know, coming together, trying to build this one
mega kingdom.
You know, but all of you are from different lineages and different nations. That's not gonna work.
And you don't have a common standard. See, the difference with the Israelites is we all have a common standard of a law. We have a law that we all have to gravitate to. Y'all got a million and one different laws.
Some of y'all got democracy. Some of them got
monarchy.
You know, communism.
Communism, socialism. You know, and so how do you expect to come together under one umbrella if you got 10 dumb ass niggas?
I think two altogether, lest they be agreed.
That's right, man. You know, these that's why the Lord say that the Lord said He set up the basis of men. Because how are you trying to establish an alliance or an allegiance with other nations when y'all all have different operating systems? That's stupid. That is fucking stupid. That's like, you know, having a public school system and every school system has a different curriculum. Every school system has to have the same curriculum. In order for it to be one umbrella, you all must teach the same thing. That's why the scriptures tell us. Matter of fact, somebody get that 1 Corinthians 1:10, and then we'll jump into that Revelation. 17, man, because that's the point of the lesson. You know, like the brother Taza Mott just read the article. You know, going into, you know, how these other nations are ashamed. They trying to draw away, and they feel like America is just unjustly moving them into a situation without filling them in on the steps. So they like the reason of having an alliance is so that we won't be blindsided. We supposed to blindside the enemy. We shouldn't blindside each other. So they like we pulling out of that. You know, we didn't authorize that. We didn't have a summit. We didn't approve of that. They didn't get a vote to do that.
No kind of council. You know, and that's what's so beautiful about Israel is that once we are established as the kings and have the dominion of the earth under Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it's going to be a pecking order. You know, even amongst the 144,000. You know, and it's always going to be a council on making decisions. You know, and everybody amongst the governing body is going to agree, like, okay, this is what should be done. Ain't gonna be no, I don't agree with that. But you know,
suing each other.
Yeah,
you got Edomites suing each other in their own kingdom. I'm not gonna sue him in the kingdom. You know, hey brother, you know you owe me $50,000, man, because you're not gonna be suing each other, taking each other to court, the plaintiff and the defendant.
Doing on 50 years. We're gonna live forever, stuff like that.
Right.
We're going 1,000 years, you stay on me for this. We're gonna pay you. No, man. We're gonna be one big happy family, you know. There's gonna be us. We're gonna have righteousness. You know, that's why that's scripture say now we sit the Egyptians against the Egyptians. You got Edomites fighting against Edomites, man. You know?
First Corinthians.
I got it. Yeah, I got it. 1 Corinthians 1:10, it says, "Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach, that ye all speak the same thing."
Yeah, which these other nations, NATO don't speak the same thing. All right? A lot of these different countries that's a part of this North Atlantic Treaty Organization is vehemently against what America stands for. So they don't speak the same things. Pursuant to the scripture that we just read in Luke the 11th chapter, going into every nation that is divided against itself shall be brought to desolation. And that's where Esau mastered that particular concept. With what? A term called divide and conquer. You divide the people, and when the people are divided, you conquer them. Israel was taken down when what? When the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom was split. That left room for the other nations, the Babylonians, to come in and break down the Israelites. They ransacked the temple and destroyed it because they were divided. So when we come together under one umbrella, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushua, nothing can come in between that because we're all like-minded. We all have the same judgment and we're willing to die for the same things. So it's hard to penetrate, you know,
a unit, a single unit, a single-minded unit. But you put me in the mindset of that movie 300. When they had a formation, when they came together, they all had to be in an alliance where they had the same form, the same moves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every line was protecting the
uniform.
It was a uniform. What he said is we move as a single impenetrable unit, you know? And that's the type of strict order you have to have to govern a whole nation, let alone a whole world. If your nation itself isn't structured as in a single unit and moving with one mind, how is you going to come together with other nations and talk about running a whole world?
Yeah, what the scriptures say, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. So even if you have just a tiny bit of opposition, like the brother said, if you have a kingdom and you have 98% people on the same page, but you got 2% of opposition, it still ain't gonna work.
Still ain't gonna work
because you don't have full control.
Yeah, and if I could say, eventually that 2% is going to turn to 5%, and that 98% is going to turn to 95%. And then that 95% is going to go down to 85%, and that 5% is going to go up to 15%. Mm-hmm. So eventually you're going to come to a point where everybody is 50-50. Now it's divided. Now all it takes is for somebody to come in on whatever half they come in on and persuade them, and now this half is gravitating to a whole nother system of belief. You see that? That's what happened to America. That's why you starting to see a lot of American alliances doing backdoor deals with who? Russia. Mm-hmm. They're doing backdoor deals because now they're starting to see that they're divided in the ideas that America has. So let me see what this other superpower has to offer. And if this superpower has something better to offer than America, I'm going to go with them. And I'm not going to fear of retaliation, because if they try to retaliate, I got a superpower on my side that's going to defend me. I don't need America. I got another bully. See? So now this place is being divided and broken down.
And it's down to the economics with the money. You know, they're banging out the dollar now and going to the gold. You seen it now. So these players don't have long.
Yeah.
So,
just a little bit more on that. It says that ye all speak the same thing, and that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment.
Mm-hmm. And that's ultimately, you know, what Yahweh Shah is building right now. The Tabernacle of David is one building with the same mind and the same judgment. We're going to speak the same things. All right? If a brother say something that's contrary to what the Spirit has already established and deemed proper according to doctrine, it'll be corrected. Okay? Because the glue that keeps us together is this word. That's what keeps us as a tight unit. If you break the integrity of what brought us together, then it got to be fixed. It got to be patched up. Like, nah, brother, that means that. All right, really that means that, because the glue to us coming together is the Yahweh Bashim Shai, which is these scriptures. So if we break integrity, if we break the code, then either somebody got to be removed, or it just got to, you know, somebody just need to be edified.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Either be removed or be reproved.
Either be moved or be reproved. I like that. Oh, I like that.
That's a lesson.
That's a lesson.
Yeah, that's why humility is so important. And a lot of these nations, or really all those nations you see in NATO, they all got a pride spirit on them. Mm-hmm. Because, so you say you got backdoor deals going on. Really, they want a one world government, but somebody secretly wants to be the chief of the world, mm-hmm. one world government. Mm-hmm. You see, mm-hmm. That's why it ain't gonna never work. You know, you're gonna have allies within the allies. Come. See what they say, you know. But that doesn't happen when you have a nation of meek men, humble men. That's why the Lord said the meek are going to inherit the earth. Because meek and humble men, guess what? They seek after a correction. Mm-hmm. They seek after reproof. Hey, how can you do this? They're users. What you think about this, brother? Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, I think it's okay, but what's your take on this? You know, they're moldable. The meek are moldable. It's like a child. That's why the scripture say, except ye be converted as this child, ye shall not inherit the kingdom of heaven. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to come to the Lord as a child, and the child is known for what? Being moldable. You put characteristics in the child, because the child is a sponge. All right. He soaks in, they take in, they listen, they analyze, and they reflect what's being instilled within them. And that's how we're supposed to come to the Lord. These other nations ain't coming like that. Cause who they leader? A proud ass nigga, America. They sick of that proud ass shit, man.
And like too, the thing about it, like in history, you know, with the Babylonian Empire, they always kill somebody to get on top. The Greeks, they try to kill each other just to get on top. So they could be the superpower.
They was all taking.
There was hate. There was hate on each other. You know, there was just hate. Yeah.
No. Oh no. You good?
Yeah, no, there was just hate on each other. But in our key, we ain't gonna be hate. We gonna be concerned much better. What you think about this?
Yeah.
Like we doing now, fellowship. And they said counsel. That's counsel is everything.
Yeah.
You know.
That's right, bro.
Yeah, because all these countries really they hate America. They really envy America. You know, they want to be in America's seat. There's no country that's like, all right, well, you know what, we'll just, you know, we cool with America. I mean, you got countries that's cool with America, but when it comes down to it, if you ask them, they want to be on top.
Yep.
What nation of people or what country don't want to be on top? You know?
That's right, bro.
I got a precept if y'all have
it. Yeah, hit that real quick, then we're gonna get into that.
Okay. This Sirach 10 and I started 2. As the judge of the people himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So basically, comparing this to America, because America basically is the top. Okay. So it says, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. All right. So basically, you know, as the king, so is the people.
Yep.
Okay. So America being at the top, and like brothers were saying before, how America basically morally destroyed the earth. That's because America's on top, and that influence, that wine, like we went into, that influence basically made it caused division and it caused confusion. It brought, because of America being Babylon or Babal, the city of confusion, the land of confusion. Basically, that confusion has now spread all across the world.
Mm-hmm. It infected the world.
Mm-hmm.
I got a precept. This Proverbs 11:14, where no counsel is, the people fall.
Mm-hmm.
But in the multitude of counselors, there's safety.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
What he say in the article? I strongly urge America basically not to do this again, to keep us in the loop.
Yep.
To not be making these irrational decisions, you know, without having some type of counsel. You know,
and see, and if I may add, see, America has gotten so proud that they're at the point now to where they just really feel like they don't even need alliances.
Mm-hmm.
They think that they're really a superpower.
They don't respect order.
Yeah, they don't respect order. They think that they're at the point now to where they don't need no alliances. We have the greatest military. We have a strong economy. This is all a delusion that the Yahweh Shai is putting on these Babylonians.
Okay, put sanctions on everybody.
They need their alliances, man. Mm-hmm. That's why they got them from the jump. But now they starting to turn their back on their alliances. So the alliances that America has made, they're gonna turn their back on them. Not considering that ultimately, man, that's just like old boy from the Temptations, David Ruffin. I don't need you niggas. You niggas need me. Mm-hmm. Nigga, no. Dame Dash. Nigga, Jay-Z didn't need you. You needed Jay-Z. But you still to this day think that Jay-Z needed you. That's why Jay-Z said, and one of the songs said, nigga saying they made a hole, well, make another hole. You know? At the end of the day. You know, so I say all that to say that America is getting to the point where they're just starting to just put their alliances just on the back burner, man. And it's causing them to look in other areas for refuge, man. You know, and it's going to culminate to this biblical prophecy written of it. And we're about to get into it, you know.
Like this is the book of Revelation, chapter 17. I'm starting at the top. It says, and there came one out of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
That's right. And that great whore is talking about America. That's specifically America. Okay? And it says that sitteth upon many waters, and that many waters represents the people. All right? Go ahead.
It says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
Yeah, meaning they laid down philosophically with this woman. You know, they've taken, you know, the philosophies and the ways of living of this whore. You know, and they've adopted it into their culture where you have, you know, American allies twerking.
Yeah.
Straight up Muslims twerking their ass. You know, that's the wine. That's all goes back to the fornication of feminism.
I've never seen so many Eastern women wearing jeans and makeup and what do they call it?
Hijab.
Yeah.
Hijab, yeah.
They always cover up, man.
Mm-hmm.
But because America they've made this place look so cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where white women are just running around free and being hoes, and they just like, I want to be like that. I want to be free. I want to wear my hair out. My hair is beautiful. I want to be a hoe.
Yeah.
I don't want to be beaten by my husband, and you know, and you know, I want to be free. So then America comes with a proposal of democracy, overthrows the government, and then make them drink of that fornication. And that's what they get ready to do to Iran. That's why you see Donald Trump issued out a tweet today, speaking about, you know, like the Iranian people, we love you, we want to do this for you, we want to come, we want to incorporate democracy there. Okay, because they want them Iranians, them Persians to drink of that cup of fornication. So when they get them drunk, they can just move in on them, get all them resources, and be like, nigga, we made a pact.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, nigga, what are you talking about? You signed the paper.
You signed up for this.
But then but not considering that they signed up for it when you was drunk.
Yeah.
And they think like, damn, when do we tell you to do this? It's right here in black and white. Not considering that America tricked them, they made them drunk, then made them hit them with the black and white. And that's what he did to Gad.
Going to him that give his neighbor a strong drink. You know, hey, because but that's what the elites do as well. The elites, basically, if you don't want to submit to their power structure, all right, then basically they're gonna do it the hard way. They're gonna basically make war on you, because the elites, they want 100% control. That's what it's all about, is control and resources.
Yep.
And Iran has all the resources, and like the brother basically said, they'll bribe these countries and say, look, you know, we're gonna set up democracy. Look, you know, just you know, do sign right here.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna put a few McDonald's.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We have our best professionals that
There's a plan set in place.
Yep.
To you know, monetize their country. We're gonna take the oil and put it over here. Put it towards this. Build a few McDonald's, and you know,
like they got your best interest in mind. And they know how to sell it. Like they say, his tongue was smoother than butter.
Yeah, but war was in his heart. Yeah,
you know,
you got that.
No, I had precepts about it.
Oh, okay.
They waited in blood. You know, they just wait.
Yeah, just hold that precept. Let's kind of get through this.
It says back in Revelation 17, picking back up at verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit to the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
That scarlet color represents the appearance of royalty. You know, then it says having 7 heads and 10 horns. That goes into the NATO and the EU. You know, keep going.
It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color.
Yeah, meaning she was pretty. This is what John the Revelator is describing, a pretty woman. Like, he didn't see actually America and actual NATO alliance in the vision. He actually saw this. This is what he saw. He's describing what he saw. Okay, so she was a beautiful woman. Go ahead.
It says, decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Yeah, in the Dominican Republic, they call women like that black widows. You know? When you go and visit, you know, you go to certain bars and stuff like that, you'll have these fine ass Dominican women come up
and sit at the bar with you and drink with you, and they'll spike your drink, get you back to the hotel room, and they'll just take everything. They'll take everything. They had a special inside edition about this. They call it Black Widows. Well, this is America. This is fine ass woman, coming up to these other nations. Like, look at my country, man. Y'all just got one big mega city. I got 20. Chicago, New York, Seattle, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Charlotte, Washington, D.C., New York City, Philadelphia, Miami. I have about 20 to 30 great cities in just my kingdom. Y'all only got one. Let me bring my proposal to you.
Right.
They bring that proposal of democracy. We're going to strengthen your economy. We're going to, help your people. We're going to bring freedom. And then next thing you know, they raping you of all of your resources, bombing your goddamn land.
And that's their main ingredient. How we went into that wine. That democracy is that's their biggest key ingredient to that wine. Okay, that philosophy, that false illusion of freedom,
where the people make the decision.
Where the people make the decisions,
which is a big lie.
You gotta go.
It says, verse 5, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
Yeah, meaning she's the top hoe. The mother of harlots, man. She's the top hoe. Okay? And it says that in abominations of the earth, meaning the reason why the earth is in such a degenerate place right now is because of America. America is to blame. All right? Keep reading, bro.
And too, that's why they come up with this word cream. They go back to war, positive.
Yep.
That's America. So,
It says, and the angel, it's like, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh Shai. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
Yep. So if I may add to that, because America made these other nations drunk off the philosophies and the wine of Satan, she's drunk off the blood of the righteous. Because now this is what's going to come back and haunt her. Okay? She's killed righteous men of God. That kept the law in this land. They separated themselves from the wicked Gadites and tried to, they wrote in the Paleo Hebrew. They called on Yahweh Shai. They have the writings. Okay? They ate clean. You killed them. All right? You killed the men of the Lord back in the time of Rome and Greece. All right? Now you planning on killing brothers again. Right. So you drunk with the wine, with the blood of the saints, man, and martyrs.
Sloppy drunk.
Yep. You think that you're just gonna keep getting away with it. That's just like when you keep taking shot after shot after shot, and you think you're gonna be all right. Nigga, them shots gonna catch up to you.
Catch up on
you. And that's what's getting ready to happen. The blood of the saints is about to catch you. Okay.
That's why I say blood cannot be cleansed. I mean, the land cannot be cleansed without blood
that was shed there.
Yep, shed there.
That's right. You want to jump down to the point? Or you want to
16?
No, you jump down to 16.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump to the point.
Okay.
Matter of fact, start at 15.
Okay, come. It says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues.
Yeah, because when you read up in the chapter, it said that this great city, or this whore, Salaki, this whore, the beautiful whore was set upon many waters. Talking about the people and the nations, and it's symbolic of her having dominion over them. That's why I say she sat upon many waters. She had dominion of it. Because what does water do? It floats you. So all these other nations or these people represent that flow of water coming to the whore. If you sit on a seashore, water flows. That represents the people. Okay, go ahead.
Yep. You look too at America, they got bases, and they all over the planet.
Yep.
Yep.
It's making nations flow to. You know, I want to say they got what, over 800
U.S. embassies.
You know,
Something like that. Yeah.
it says back in finishing verse 15, the waters which thou sawest were the whore seated are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore.
Yeah, that's talking about the EU. All right, the 10 horns. That was upon the head of the set. That was upon the 7 heads. Okay, those countries gonna be like, fuck that, man. Sick of this motherfucker, man.
Mm-hmm.
We got our little arsenal. We gonna team up. For sake her, we gonna team up with the big dog. And we gonna launch our missiles over there too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep going, bro.
It says, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
Yeah, and the scripture speak about, does thou not know that which a man soweth, he must reap? All right, meaning that, hey, the scripture tell us in what's that, Malachi 3 or Micah the 3rd chapter, it said they flayed the skins off of them. So Esau was responsible for taking away our nationality. He was responsible for making us desolate. He was responsible for making our place of worship and sacrifice desolate. All right? So the same people that you formed the alliance with and allegiance with is going to make you desolate, man. He's going to burn the skin off you. Which skin represents what? Protection, identity. Okay? If you don't have no skin, you vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you wide open. You ain't got no protection. All right?
Right.
And that's what's getting ready. That's why these other nations gonna burn your skin. But you ain't gonna be recognizable after these missiles land and shit hit the fan, man. You're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck?
Oh, what was that over there?
You ain't gonna be able to tell if this was Atlanta or goddamn Kansas City, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna know. Okay? Because the Lord gonna lay the land desolate, man. All right? Go ahead, bro.
It says, verse 17, for the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled.
That's right, man. So the scripture say the Lord put in their spirit to be in agreement. It's like, okay, alliance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know, it says, and give their kingdom unto the beast, meaning let the beast run their kingdom, let them tell them what to do and tax them, and you know, because they have, you know, if you're a part of NATO, you gotta pay.
Oh yeah.
You
It's
know,
like protection.
Yeah, you gotta pay for that protection. You gotta send a percentage. That's why when Donald Trump did that press conference, maybe 2 or 3 years ago,
Getting on them.
and he was getting on them, he was saying, we put up the most money. America put up the most money some of the countries hadn't paid. You know, and they was sitting behind like,
Talking too much.
you know, it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but the scripture say the Lord put in their spirit to agree, all right, and to give their kingdom unto the beast, meaning let them run the show. It says, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. Meaning when the Lord gonna put it in their hearts to turn on his devil.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Keep going, bro.
All right. Verse 18, it says, and the woman which thou sawest is the great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
Now, who is that? You know, that's America. That's Babylon the Great, written up right there in the scriptures, man. Okay. They say that that's this great city that the Lord calls it to rule over all the kingdoms of the earth, and it's being broken apart right now. And we gonna keep hitting at this, man. Because Yahweh Shai gonna bring more things into the play. He's gonna bring more things into the picture. He's gonna give us more material to speak on, to where as we continue to chip away at it, it's just gonna fully separate. Okay, they're gonna split ties, and that's when things gonna kick up, man. You know,
with this year of prophecy, be it, man. You know, this real prophecy, man, starting with a bang.
That's right, bro.
Hey, not to get off topic, but it was a volcano that erupted today in the Philippines, man, and they talking about warnings of a volcanic tsunami.
Bam.
Another never heard before.
Wow. I
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
You know, a volcanic. What is that?
Right.
You know, we at the end, man.
Well, check this out. This is that volcano. This is the volcano.
Look at that, man.
I'm gonna see if I can get it on camera. I'm gonna show brothers what was going down in the volcano.
All kind of thunder and lightning in the volcano.
Yeah.
Damn. That's bad right there.
Bad. They had to evacuate the whole city. No, for that. Yep.
Yeah, so we can get that last precept you got out and we wrapped up.
Well, still change some of it. This
Okay.
Jeremiah back in 50 chapter, started 14. Put yourselves in a way against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot in her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Shout against her round about. She had given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her.
Yeah.
And she had done do unto her.
Yeah, that's the end of the. It's like that's the end of the horror. It said shoot arrows at her. Those are the missiles. All right, that's gonna be the end. It said her walls are gonna be broken down, so that power, the safety, the barriers that America put up, it ain't gonna work. The missile defenses, okay, that protection of America it's not gonna be no more. Okay,
and then they amping it up so far. The military might they amping it up above what it really is. And you think about what America's foundation has always been about: lies, deceit.
That's right.
That shit, they gonna the nation's gonna be like, man, they ain't really got it like they saying they got it. Let's like they ass up, you know. Fuck it, let's just, you know,
they ain't got no missiles. They ain't got no missile defense system that strong. Like we all shoot ours at the same time. And we got if we gonna invest our missiles into something, it's gonna be in the stopping the superpower. So everybody just shoot them. Just shoot them. If they got a missile defense, they ain't gonna be able to stop all these missiles.
They're gonna be touched. Go sit on the ground or for birds and go to battle. Hey, I'm gonna jump down to 23. It said, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
That's America. The hammer of the whole earth that compressed the entire world. You know. But now it's time for it to be broken asunder, to be made desolate, and you're gonna have all these countries strike America unexpectedly, man. They're not gonna see it coming. You know. Hey, but that's just the will of Yahweh Shai for us to get the kingdom. It's for the chief place of wickedness to be shut down. Man. That's right. You know, that's what it takes.
That's right, man. You know, we in them times, like the brother Tazamat was saying, 2020 year prophecy. Hey, man, it's been one of the most active 12 to 13 days consecutively I've seen. I mean, 2020 came in bumping, you know, and I don't, you know, we don't see any signs of it slowing down, man. There's no telling what's going to happen, you know, at the end of the month or the next month for that matter, man. So we just got to keep our spiritual seatbelts on and continue to take this material that the Lord has given to us and putting it out there for edification's sake. He giving us a workload right now, man. Because we the prophets. That's what the prophets do. We take the prophecies and we work them. We push them out. You know, hey, this brother doing this video, that brother doing that video, but all in the self-same spirit, we working towards the kingdom. You know, and this is just one of many prophecies that's gearing up. We seeing that chip gearing. We seeing that hatred gearing. We seeing that war revving up. We're seeing the persecution revving up. Hey, you see the spiritual powers revving up. We see it. All these prophecies must come to pass.
Right.
So all of these things are coming into play in these final moments, and the prophets are the ones that's declaring it through the Spirit. So we're gonna go ahead and close it out on that note. Lord willing, that was an edifying lesson, for you brothers and sisters that chimed in on the comment board. Hey, we say the water, hey, may Yahweh Bashem Shah be with you. We're gonna go ahead and conclude the lesson by giving all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh Bashem Shah Bashem Makakodash.
All right, double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, salutations, much love to the elect. Until the next lesson, we say shalom.
Shalom.